All right, we are back with the individual champions. We're going high school girls, high school boys. We'll finish with the open division. We're only going to announce first place just for sake of time. If you're interested in where you fell within your weight class, either you or your coach, just reach out to us. We'd be happy to share your placement within the weight class. But without further ado, here are the champs. First place in the 105 division, we're going to start off with sort of a shocker. This was a fairly deep division. We had athletes from Illinois, Pennsylvania, Texas, Oklahoma. First place, Bella Martin. Now here's why it's a shocker. Bella is 10 years old. So this is unbelievable. She takes it very seriously. Her dad, they seem to have a very cool thing going on. He's incredibly supportive. They obviously train well, train hard, and shout out to Bella. I mean, that's huge. Congrats. In the 114 weight class, first place, Paige Persick. She's from Wilmington, Illinois. Congrats to Paige. In 123, Allison Wolf from Pennsylvania. Congrats, Allison. In 132, ELVIE Via from Waukegan High School in Illinois. Now I gotta give a little bit of context here. ELVIE, with this championship, has just become the first four-time state champion for powerlifting in Illinois. Guys side, girls side, doesn't matter. She's the first four-time champ. Congratulations. Shout out to her coach, Greg Moisio, for just motivating and providing opportunities to so many good people up at Waukegan. In 148, tie for first place with Amy Jeffries and Reina Rodriguez. Congrats. In 165, Haley Clayton pulled out the win. She's got a 760-pound total. She's from Pennsylvania. Awesome job. 181 went to Sky Vaughn. 198, now I'm going to announce first and second. It's the only time I'm going to do this. There's a 10-point difference, 805 to 795. Jenny Kucharski took home first place. Katie Kucharski took home second place. Now, because they both go to the same high school and they have the same last name, I'm going to assume those are sisters, so that's a strong family. Well done. Congrats to all. Just a couple quick shout-outs from some of the other divisions. Lindsay Spangler from Oklahoma. Awesome job. Lily Ambrose, Madison Forsyth, Bailey Acosta, Sibra Maxfield. A lot of really great athletes in these advanced weight classes. Way to represent your team, and awesome job. So much to be proud of. That's the girls division. Guys division now. In the 114 weight class, Ryder Mattis, M-A-T-T-E-S. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but Ryder, I believe Ryder is not yet in high school either. So fantastic job, Ryder. The future is certainly bright. In 123, Joshua O took home first place, and I gotta say this, I actually worked with Joshua O a little bit. He's a wonderful guy. I know that his 720 total, although it's impressive, it's fantastic, I've seen him lift more than that and put out bigger totals than that. So I'm proud of you, Josh, for having humility to train, even though it wasn't gonna be your absolute 100%, that maybe the best that you had in this moment in time would be good enough to be competitive and worthwhile, worth the experience. You're taking home first place, buddy. Well done. In 148, first place goes to Christian Marinas from down in Texas. Congratulations. In 165, Parker Helgiff from St. Viator High School. 1185 total. That dude is strong. 181, Nick Yustin from St. Viator High School pulled another 1100 plus pound total. Congrats to Nick. Two guys from St. Viator. Congrats to Coach Nadalma and the St. Viator program. You guys are obviously doing something right over there. In the 198 weight class, John Studnyars. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I've seen it on Instagram. Sometimes it's just referred to as John Studs. Well, John Studs, your 1180 pound total was good enough for first place in 198. John's from Lockport High School. They've got a great tradition of a lot of things. They've won powerlifting state championships, wrestling state championships. They do good work down there. In 220, Caden Kohlauer with a 1250 total. These numbers are starting to get pretty high here. 242 was one of the most competitive weight classes. A lot of athletes from all over the place. Let's see, number one, first place with a 1270 total from Pennsylvania, Gabe Hulslander. Awesome job. Congratulations, Gabe. 275 was also, 275, I'm looking at the results here right now. Every total was 1100 plus. These are some strong folks. Taking home first place in that division, from Illinois, Eli Dirtz. This young man he put together a total 1480. He's a senior in high school. He's going to go off and play college football next year. Congrats to Eli and that program. is just doing fantastic things. They're definitely on the rise. Finally, the big man, 308-pound weight class with a 1555 total. Dimitri Georgopoulos. This kid, great attitude, great work ethic, great strength. He holds, I believe, at least one record in the state of Illinois, so no surprise that he sort of showed out during this competition. All right, shift very quickly over to the open division. I'm not going to name every weight class because it wasn't quite as full as the high school level, but I am going to give a couple quick shout outs. One of them is to Kevin Foster, 275, put together a 1315 total. He's down in Oklahoma. Great guy, great leader, great human. His contribution to Team Black Powerlifting, led by Coach Dan Black down in Oklahoma, his contribution was one of many that led to their championship. So congrats, Kevin. Also got to give a shout out to our strongest female lifter in the open division from Team Black Powerlifting as well, LETITIA Reynolds. She put together an 805 total. Awesome lifter, awesome person. Congrats to all. Now, the next couple I want to announce, these numbers are starting to get crazy. DARA's safe. We took Dara's numbers. I actually know Dara very well. I've known him for years. We took Dara's numbers. He's a sophomore at Wisconsin-Madison. We took him out of the college division into the open division to give him more competition. Turns out he won the 165 weight class. Congrats, Dara, with a 1380 total. This guy, I mean, this is a strong human being, and I know Dara was recovering from an injury and doesn't, again, feel like maybe he put everything he had out on the platform. Still a wonderful job. With that in mind, Gio Jiang, great kid, great young man. I've actually known him since he was in high school. He's from the greater Chicagoland area. I've seen him lift in meets post-high school as well. He has done some massive things, like his squat and his deadlift especially have just been like record-breaking, meet-winning lifts. And he knew going into this meet that he wasn't going to have access to the tools to break one of his own records. He wasn't going to get a PR. But what he did was he recognized that this was a unique moment in time, had the humility to train anyways, knowing that he wasn't going to get the PRs. He was consistent, he was optimistic, he was hardworking, and it just so happens he competed in 198. That was one of the deepest weight classes in the open division. He had five other guys in the 198. Well, he went ahead and won it. So 1245 might not have been his all-time best, but it was certainly the best he had in this quarantine moment, and just narrowly edged out, I think, the second place in that division. I think he beat him by about 15 pounds. So great job, congratulations. Christian Kearney, I've got to give you a shout out in the 148 weight class, putting together a total of 1505. I mean, that's absurd, man. 530 squat, 675 deadlift. Are you kidding me? 1505 at 148 is wild. And then we have the highest total of the day. No surprise for me. I've known the guy, and I've been following his competitions for the last decade and a half. Tyson Myers from down in Texas, I believe he's in the Dallas area now, I believe. His total was 1860. Now, Tyson's, I know he's put together totals that are knocking on the door of 2,000, 1,900 plus, but holy cow, an 1860 total. That includes a 705 squat, a 475 bench press, a 680 deadlift. This is a powerful human being. So with the biggest total of the day in winning your weight class, congrats to Tyson. Now, congrats to everyone. Remember, these are just the first place finishers. They deserve the shout out. They've certainly earned it. But again, if you want to know where you finished, please feel free to reach out. I do have to hammer this idea home that we award things because we're competing, and sometimes there are awards at the back end of competition, but it is the process that matters most. We really do hope this competition has given you something to train for, something to look forward to, stay at least mildly optimistic during these really strange times. So if there's a certificate heading your way, then fantastic. But it's the growth, it is the mindset, it is the resilience through these tricky times that matter most. So I hope you at least got that out of the competition. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to give the raffle results for all of our prize packages.